Chapter 21 Albeana, Guardian, Medonian-Healthen War. The war between these three powers was very important. It had ramifications on the course of the chaos itself. Battle 1 coming ashore. The Medonian-Healthen forces were coming from Colossal Island to the mainland, to Albeana lands, to begin their conquest. Nutri, Atax, and MJ Dean defeated Jerome Nassau, Otosubu, and Hanator's forces. Battle 2. Universe Albeana forces led by General Moral Albeana pushed into Guardiana lands. Vasco and Lodge are defeated. Mount Royal Guardiana. Battle 3. The Guardian forces pushed back Arrow's forces, including the Cabani troops, with great pride and determination. Amma, G. Seavolt, and Romaro defeated the enemy and defended the mountain where Boca Guard was stationed. Battle 4. The Island Group and the forces led by Ambrose clash. Island Group win a short victory. Battle 5. Edgecombe Saldino, along with his brother Firth and Red troops, defeat Walk Street Healthen Army. Battle 6. Medonian leader Emmy fought with Perfect 7, Emil 24, and Ben Hunt defeat the Guardian Kichu army. Battle 7. Marco led a force to defeat the main Guardian troops. G.C. Volt led Guardiana. Battle 8. Arrow confronts the Medonian leadership. Emmy fought and vows to not be defeated by them. Arrow, with determination, wins. Battle number 9. The Medonian-Healthen defeat Guardiana forces in their lands and win. Perfect 7 and MedLife, but Med-Healthen troops were there. Battle 6. Rumors Guard, Alan Jr., Rex Pond, Amma go to kick out the Med-Healthen army. Battle 11. Arrow and Edgecombe chased the Med-Healthen out of their lands. It was a stalemate, and all sides agreed that the victor needed to be declared. Three forces representing goals and ideas. Med-Health had Orisian leadership of Walwards and TQ. Guardiana had their allies in the Island Group and wanted to restore Anjosaba. They also had close ties with the elders. Albeana had an alliance with the Gilderham, and there was much to prove. Battle 12. A three-way fight to decide the victor of the war and control of the richest lands in the dimensions. Rich fertile lands that can feed generations was up for grabs, as the ambitions of all were on full display. Wall was personally led the Medonian-Healthen army herself. Wall, the time, no, our time has come, where we Medonian-Healthen shall declare our empire on these burnt ashes of the Albeana and Guardians. Rumors then led the Guardian forces. Rumors. The rebirth of Anjosika starts here, and all those that once followed her shall flock to us at the end of this victory, of this battle. Then Arrow wanted Edgecombe to lead the speech, but Edgecombe persisted, but Arrow made it, as he would be the leader of all Albeana soon. I wanted him to do it. Meanwhile, Marco reflected on the battle of similar circumstances he faced during the Great War, which they lost in his eyes. Now was the time for him to avenge Ero's grand and great-grandfathers and fight like a demon on the battlefield to give Albeana the win they need. He kept this to himself as all Albeana prepared their hearts and minds for battle. Ero. All forefathers fought a similar war in which we found ourselves today. We, the next generation, now have a chance to complete what they started. The rise of Albeana is before us. We'll make our name known to all those dimensions and the entire universe for generations to come. To war! Whoa! Cheered the Albeana troops. The battle begins, and all hell breaks loose. Guardiano tanks blasted Albeana with Medonian forces. Hellfront cannons rang throughout the land as their naval ships weren't too far behind. Albeana combined soldiers tore through hordes of enemies. It was a mess. But Ero used his flight to dodge naval cannons and to drop bombs on the Medonian ships. Hana Torture span his way through the Guardian troops. Bresco was fighting bravely. Balan Hon stuck close in this mess of a war. Edgecombe and Firth Albeana gave it all and went up against the Bembros. However, no one displayed more prowess than Marco. For this old protector of Albeana, he made up his mind that this was going to be his final battle. With nothing to lose, he became a demon he sought out to be. He rushed forward to Guardian tanks and jumped on top of them and placed explosives to destroy them. So the tanks fired and hit Marco, but he stood tall and continued his rampage. Bombus questioned if he was still mortal at that point. Next, Marco confronted the Medonian leader, Himmelfort, and faced the general with brute force. Himmelfort tried to kill Marco, to lower the Albeana morale by taking advantage of Marco's old age. However, Marco was too strong for this young general to handle, so Marco left Himmelfort in the air and tear his body in half. This caused the Medonian troops to shit their pants in sheer terror as Marco, covered in Himmelfort's blood from head to toe, dived into the sea to finish off the boats of the Healthen army. Elsewhere, Lodge and Guardian crushed Walker's troop with his weight and killed the Healthen leader. Booker Guard died after being defeated by Gem World. Mr. Grey had to come from Allen Group to back up the Guardiana, but was forced to retreat by Jerome Nassau. The Albeana Bros defeated the Bros, and soon after the entire Medonian army was obliterated. Goma, Brasco, and Lodge would lose their lives in this fight. Otosobu and his Resu army were cut down MJ, Dean, and MetLife, respectively. The remaining Hellfront and Guardian troops crumbled their way out of the battlefield. They were Walwards, Silky, Rummusguard, Amma, and GC boats, but managed to escape. In fact, Albeana had little to no losses in this fight, and the war was theirs. Edgecombe, victory has come to belong to us this day. Rejoice! The Albeana troops. Oh! At last, the Albeana won and became one of the top powers in all the dimensions. News of this victory spread like wildfire across the land. This prompted other powers to move quickly to their goals as the chaos was now soon at an end. For Wall and Tikuk, they were finished. If the enemy caught them, luckily for them, rival number 2, Sarkis, appeared before them and said, "The time for you lot acting out against the best interests of Rishon is over. It's time for you lot to come home." So Wall and Tikuk went and disappeared together with Sarkis. But Goniana, they were forsaken by their allies and had lost their Medonian and Kichu forces. Hummus and Amor followed GC4 where the Elder Lands were, as that was the only safe place left for them to go. Back in the universe, the leader of the Albeana was summoned to the Emperor's throne room. The Emperor's finger could be seen tapping on the throne, handling as Maximilian was leaning on the one knee and awaiting the Emperor's words. "Emperor, the Albeana have won a victory in which even I am impressed. Because of your son's leadership, I will restore to you your family soul." Close it and Maxi. And he catches it. Maxi. Short for Maximilian. "Thank you, Your Majesty. This is a great honor. Emperor, not only have I restored your family's name, your family's blue ward sword, back to you, but I will make you what successors to build on by doing this thing." Then the Emperor stood up and declared, "Once the dimensions are conquered, I shall give control of it, all of it, to Albeana. As it wasn't for you being by my side all these years, but I wouldn't be the Emperor I am today. Now go and win my wars." Maxi. "Thank you, my Emperor." Soon all Albeana from all the dimensions in space celebrated. Soretta and Maxi had a private chat together as Virgil, their cousin, was drinking and dancing the night away. Soretta, "The Emperor is kind indeed. Our loyalty has paid off, my dear. Look at our son. He has grown to be such a strong and noble man." Maxi. "Yes, dear. We raised him well. Now once the chaos in the dimensions is over, I will pass on leadership to my son Albeana as the 5th generation leader of all people." Meanwhile, back at near Albeana, Ero was at Marco's bedside as he had gotten very ill after the war. Ero, feeling like the life of Marco was slipping into a great sleep. "Marco, you must fight this. We need you. There's still so much that we need to do. You are like my second father. Please don't die on me." Marco, laying on his bed with a big smile on his face. "It brings me joy to hear you call me your second father, boy. All of you Albeana men have grown up to be like my own sons. Now that I have avenged Albeana's name, and helped you reach your full potential, now there is nothing more left for these old bones to do but to sleep for one last time." Then Marco slowly closed his eyes. Ero, weeping bitterly and talking with passion in his voice. "Marco, please don't go. I love you, my dear friend. Don't leave me alone. Marco." Then Marco passed away. "Marco! Marco, no!" General Maul walks in the room to comfort his lord as he looked up, with tears falling from his face, as he sees Marco's soul going up to the heavens.